Hey everyone, what's going on? In this video, we're going to be covering all the locations of the corn dolls in story mode of Zardys Cave. There are 10 of these scattered throughout the entire story mode, with some of them being in some fairly difficult places to find. So let's get started. The first one I came across was in this room right before we get our axe. If we look to the right, we can see a few leaves that lead up to somewhere. If we follow these leaves up, we can jump to this ledge here, which follows with this thin vine we have to cross, leading us to the first corn doll. Isn't he so cute? For the next one, we'll be leaving this room after we get the axe. As we head back, you'll be able to notice that there's a seed up here, and we're going to want to grab this. Once doing so, we're going to continue making our way back as we crawl through this narrow opening. This leads us into this area where you'll be able to see the dirt in which we need to plant the seed. Once doing so, we'll be able to take this leaf and make our way up into this opening. There's some roots we'll have to go through up here, but once we make our way through, you'll see the second corn doll sitting here on a rock. This third one is a little tricky. However, making our way back to the beginning, and I mean the very beginning, when we start the game, coming back here, we'll be able to find this corn doll just sitting off to the right. It should be noted that this doll will not be here when you first start the game. And of course, I'm speculating here, but I believe once we get the axe and return back to this area is when this doll will appear. The fourth corn doll will be located, after this horrific chase scene from Zardy. Yeah, bye Zardy. After taking out this vine, of course, we'll want to make our way down to this ledge here before we jump down completely, as we'll find the fourth corn doll. I definitely missed this one on my first playthrough. For the fifth and sixth one, they're going to be located in the area in which we drop down into after escaping Pumpkin Jack. We essentially need to make our way back up at this part. However, at this particular part where we need to parkour, you'll be able to see this area right here where we need to jump down. Once doing so and pushing through these roots, we'll find our fifth corn doll. Only 5 more to go. As for the next one in this area, it's a little more tricky. It's in this room where we can plant 2 seeds. Planting the seeds accordingly so we can take the right path and make our way to the very top for this other seed is the way to go. But if we look closely, we can find this little path we can crawl under. Taking this path will lead us back out to the open area. At this point, we'll just want to keep following this path, which will eventually lead us to number 6. Pushing on, we won't come across any other corn dolls until we reach this area, where number 7 and 8 can be found. Pumpkin Jack is running about in this area, so you need to be careful. But if we make our way into this barn area from where we dropped from, and then take a right and another right, we'll see another area we can enter, but we want to make a right here, as there's a little opening. Back here is where we can find one of the 2 corn dolls that are in this area. Remember though, you want to be quick, because Pumpkin Jack could be right on your tail. After acquiring this one, we want to make our way into the area where there's multiple levels in which we must traverse up. This normally leads us up to the flower in which we need to take out. However, if we go to the second level of this area, we should be able to find the 8th corn doll, which is located in one of the tunnels that branches off the second level. Now, if you're still here, we only have 2 more to go, which can be found in this following area, where we have most of our encounters with drought. As soon as we enter this area, we want to look to our left, where we'll be able to see this stone pillar that we need to jump across to. It's quite the jump, but it is doable. Following this path and making our way up will eventually lead us to our 9th corn doll. Oh, you thought you were going to escape me? Nope! At this point, we need to play Drought's game and progress, but once we reach this point where this notable tree is, you're going to want to stop, as the corn doll is close. It's also here where we can actually see, I believe it's Pumpkin Jack, just chilling way out in the background as he stares at us. But this is actually a good reference point to use because from here, if we just look down, that's where we want to go. We'll just drop down to this vine and then once again drop down to this little area where there's some corn growing. And as you can see, it's our 10th and final corn doll. I hope this video helped you guys out with finding all the corn dolls. I will say they were fairly difficult to find, but not impossible. With that though, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Later.